The second question. Whereas the art critic Vasari saw the painting entitled The Mona Lisa as an original and wonderful dash feat, the reproduction of a natural object, the aesthete saw it as dash that required deciphering. How does this sentence begin? Whereas. Whereas is a contradiction. So the inference to be drawn is what the art critic Vasari saw the painting was not the view of the aesthete. So I mentioned later. So how did the art critic Vasari see the painting entitled Mona Lisa? He saw it as an original and wonderful dash feat. What's a feat? An achievement. The words going before the first blank, it's an original and wonderful dash feat. So he considers this painting to be original and wonderful, and the missing word, we are given a clear-cut idea. What is that we are told after the first blank? The reproduction of a natural object. So painting that is doing nothing but reproducing a natural object. For example, if a person stands and let's say poses for a painting and a person paints you a portrait, then that portrait, that painting would be the reproduction of a natural object. Who is being reproduced? A person. Or you take a scenery and you paint it. That would be the reproduction of a natural object. So that is a clue. So what would you say would be the best answer for the first blank? Now, if you take the option A, which is collaborative. What is collaborate? Yes, co. Join hands with somebody else. A collaborative feat would be when you work in partnership with somebody else. Is there anywhere in this question any idea that you're working together in partnership with somebody else to do this painting? Nowhere. So it cannot be a collaborative feat. There is nowhere a suggestion that more than two painters were involved or more than one painter was involved in painting this particular painting. So collaborative is by joining hands, and working in partnership doesn't make sense. And what would be a historical feat? Historical is something that will have an impact on the people of a nation. For example, if you talk about our getting our independence from the Britishers, that would be an historic achievement, a historic feat, a landmark in our history. The invention of, let's say, the computer would be a historical feat. Tomorrow, if we are going to get any kind of a medication or inoculation that will, cure us from the disease AIDS, that would be a historical feat. Would you call a painting to be in any way historical feat? Not at all. Doesn't make any sense at all. So the best answer I would go with is, he calls it a technical feat. Technique is what the author, the painter has in painting it. So he calls it as an original, wonderful, technical feat. Now going to the second part of this question, where the view of the other group of critics, other group of art critics is suggested. Who are they? They are the aesthetes. Whereas we are told the aesthete saw it. What is this it referring to? The painting, the Mona Lisa. The aesthete saw this painting as dash that required deciphering. Now this is where we are going to have to concentrate. Decipher. If you look at this word, cipher is a symbol, a code, something that is in the form of a cryptic message. So decipher, decode. Right? Decipher is to decode in order to break the code. That means if the aesthetes are looking at the painting and saying that it is a painting that required deciphering, then what do they consider the painting to be? Something that contains a secret message. Something that contains a secret message. For the aesthetes, this painting is not so simple. It's not just simply a reproduction of a natural object. For them, it is something that needs to be decoded. That means they are thinking there's a secret message in the painting. So that is the word you need for the blank, something that has a secret message. So therefore, it cannot be, they saw it as option F says, an aberration. What is an aberration? An aberration is deviation from the norm. Any form of deviation from the norm becomes an aberration. An aberration can be an abnormality. It can be an anomaly. An anomaly is something that deviates from the normal. So therefore, an aberration does not make sense, because an aberration is not something that you need to decipher. An aberration is something you need to correct, because it's an oddity, it's a peculiarity. It's something that is going away from what is right. So aberration is not making sense, nor can the answer choice E, an imitation. It cannot be simply an imitation. Then why do you have to decipher it? What is left? By default, you have eliminated two choices. We are going to option D, which is a hieroglyph. You know, if you have heard of the ancient pyramids, the Egyptians built these pyramids in order to house the dead bodies of their dead kings. The mummies are buried in the deep underground chambers. These underground chambers are called as the crypt. What are they called? They are called the crypt because they are deep underground chambers where people can't enter. Now these crypts are usually secret and therefore cannot be entered. And most often you'll find certain symbolic writing on the chambers of these kind of crypts where ancient runic writing is used. Now the writing on the pyramids are usually called as pictographs. What are they called? Pictographs, because every picture was a secret writing. Another word for pictograph is what we have in this question. What's that word? It's hieroglyph. Glyph, picture. Hiero is writing according to the ancient Egyptians. So what is hieroglyph? A picture in the form of a secret symbol or message. So for the Acids, what was this painting? It was not simply a technical feat. It was not simply a wonderful feat of an artist. It was a symbol, a secret writing that had to be deciphered. So for the first blank, let's read it. Whereas the art critic Vasari saw the painting entitled The Mona Lisa as an original and wonderful, what is that? Technical feat, the reproduction of a natural objects. The aesthete saw it as hieroglyph, a hieroglyph that required deciphering.